From here, this allows me to work on the power position of my deadlift midway to the top. Okay, this is the ideal way to set up for partial deadlifts. I'm using 1-inch blocks. If you don't have blocks like this, then there's other options that I'll show you later. This is the ideal way because you can make smaller adjustments, 1-inch adjustments. The height, you want the bar to be close to the height of the knees. Right now, I'm maybe a little bit more than halfway up the lower leg. From here, this allows me to work on the power position of my deadlift midway to the top. The other option is you could do rack pulls. You could do a partial deadlift using the rack, but you're limited to the height of your safety arms. So for example, the lowest that this will allow me to go is going to be right at the height of my knees. Ideally, I would like to go a little bit lower than this. This is a little bit, I'm almost standing completely up. I want to work a little bit lower. If I wanted to do that, then I don't have that ability. For a person that's shorter than myself, I'm about 5'9". If someone's shorter than me, they would be even higher on the thigh. So that's the limitations behind using a squat rack to do partial deadlifts. But if you're taller, okay, so the limitations that I'm speaking to is specific to the equipment. If you are using a Rogue squat rack like I'm using, then the restrictions as far as the height of the safety arms will apply. If you're using a squat rack that's designed differently, maybe you have pins that allow you to come down lower. Maybe you have a power cage that has a strap to serve as a spotter, then the restrictions that I'm speaking to may not apply. You could also stand on a bumper plate if you only needed an inch or an inch and a half raise. But in general, I'm just describing the differences between doing a rack pull versus having blocks where you can make smaller adjustments. This may be the perfect height for you. If you don't have blocks, which is ideal, you could use bumper plates. I don't recommend it. It's not consistent. With heavy weight, it may not be the best for the plate itself, and it may not allow you to get high enough to actually take advantage of a partial deadlift movement. So you could use bumper plates like this to raise up your deadlifts. Again, not ideal, but it's possible.